Hello there, my beautiful people. Um, this is you're now listening to the podcast of Malteser Critic, right? Um, this is probably my very first podcast that I've done. Uh, I've I've done some movie like audio reviews like back in the day, but this is probably the very first official one that like the first official podcast that I'm gonna be doing. So it's not just me talking about the latest movie that I've seen, just the Suicide Squad. Okay, I'm also kind of gonna be reflecting back to like the original Suicide Squad that nobody really wants to talk about unless you're a big fan of, you know, David Ayer for some reason. David Ayer. Sorry if I butchered that name. Um, So yeah, I'm getting tired now. The caffeine pill is wearing off my system because I ate it like 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay. Um, but hey, I'm committed to this and I'm gonna pull it through. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Ooh. All right. Let's. I'm gonna drink some water before I start. Okay. So let's begin. Right. The Suicide Squad. So, in case you guys didn't know, this movie came out this year in 2021. I think it came out in theaters and in. Well, it was in theaters like for a while, and then they kind of have to pull it out because COVID, obviously. And so now you can. I think now you can probably stream it. I believe. I really hope you can stream at this point because they really need to earn at the very least the bare minimum of like twice their production budget because that's usually how movies work. The production cost is like half of the actual whole budget because the other half is pretty much the marketing, which is also very fucking expensive. Okay, so but yeah, that's just how the movie industry works. Not a big deal whatsoever. Just how things work. So um, yeah, it came out 2021 and people see it. I think a lot of people actually like it, which is a good sign. That's why I'm also like, okay, maybe I might give it this on a chance. Because the thing is, I'm already interested with seeing this because of James Gunn's name attached. Because he is writing and directing the Suicide Squad movie, right? Because of the Twitter drama thing that happened like 2 years ago, I think, or something like that. But that's not really something that I want to talk about because that I don't really remember the exact details, right? So this movie is starring Viola Davis, John Cena, Joel Kinnaman as Colonel Rick Flag, Nathan Fillion, Jai Courtney, Flua Flua Flu Flula. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. I'm very sorry. Flula Borg, Mei Ling and G, or I think her name is actually Mei Ling Ing. Um, I don't. Oh, she's a stun. She's a stun woman. I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, she plays Mangao. Pete Davidson, Margot Robbie, obviously, Idris Elba. And you guys are newcomers like Daniela Malquire. I hope that's her name because I think I butchered it again. I'm sorry. I'm not Spanish. Buenos dias. Por favor. Seriously, por favor. If I butcher your name, but yeah. But a bunch of really talented people here. That's all I'm saying. It's a very like it's filled with very many talented people. Okay, so let's talk about the good things I like, which is honestly not a lot. Okay, it's honestly not a lot if I'll be honest with you. I like the production value with this movie because obviously it's a big budget movie, so it's gonna look freaking good. You know, everything is it looks great. Obviously, the costumes, the visual effects, set designs, what else? Um, Stunts, choreography. Yeah, it's good. It's very good. It's very very good. I like it a lot. But thing is, that's kind of expected from a movie that costs what, like $80 million, 100 million. That's okay. Let me just check the budget again. How much does this movie cost to make? Ooh, budget $185 million estimated. That's before marketing, cost. That's that's pretty expensive. Okay, it's a pretty big budget movie, and the thing is, I'm quite surprised that James Gunn is a the thing is here you need to keep okay I'm going off track a little bit. You need to keep in mind James Gunn is one of those directors who's like Guillermo del Toro or Chris Nolan, like, hey, leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Like, okay, like Tarantino is also another example. Like, leave me alone, please, because I know what I want to do, and you don't tell me what to do because this is my project. This is my movie. You and me agreed on a contract, and you're gonna finance, and that's it. Just shut up. Let me do my work because I know my stuff. I know that this is gonna make money no matter what. So stop poking your fucking nails on every single thing that's going on with the production, which I think is the case in this movie, which because I legit think this is a pretty James Gunn film. I would say it's very very it's pretty edgy, right? It's pretty edgy, even though it's not like the kind of edgy that you would expect from like Zack Snyder's dark broody, very sinister, his DC cinematic universe. It's so dark and miserable, and everyone hates each other. It's such a horrible place. The world is a horrible place. Nobody's gonna accept you who you are. You need to man up and shit. I obviously I was kind of just exaggerating that part. Okay, if you are offended, I'm sorry, but look, the majority of the public eye basically thinks the Zack Snyder universe looks like that, even though I've seen almost, I think, yeah, okay, I think not, I've seen all the DCEU movies at this point, including Birds of Prey, which actually have something to say. I have some good things about I have some good things to say about that actually, but I'll do that in the future. But yeah, Zack Snyder movies are got a lot of negative stuff. I didn't know. It's more mixed stuff. I would say it's more mixed, even though it's more on the negative side than the positive. But still, yeah, it's not really looking good for the whole like brand of this DC live action stuff, right? So it's a good thing that James Gunn is here. Is like, hey, I'm gonna rescue this shit, before it gets. Well, actually, it's not really going down the drain anymore. It's actually going up, like in terms of like it's like reception and like the quality itself. But James Gunn pretty much he made the Suicide Squad that we're supposed to get back in 2016. Seriously, right? So, what do I think about the movie? I think the movie is very very fun. The cast is very good. I'd say this the one that stood out right is the Ratcatcher lady and and John Cena's character, which is the Peacemaker. Apparently now he's having his own like mini series for some reason, even though I'm kind of confused. Like, okay, it's like the character I would least expect to have like his own like spin-off I mean, it's kind of expected if you think about it, but then again, okay. I expect somewhere like Bloodsport, like the discounted that shot and stuff. So, oh, okay, yeah, John Cena is having his own series now. The guy with the toilet seat. By the way, this is gonna be a bit of a spoiler review, so just keep that in mind. Yeah. Let's see who else. Oh yeah, Viola Davis. Viola Davis is. If I wanted to say, if I want to tell you, like, okay, so like you have Christopher Reeves as Superman, perfect casting. You have RDJ as Iron Man, perfect casting. Chris Evans, Captain America, perfect. Mwah. Thor, Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Mwah. Loki, blah, blah, blah. This lady, it's she really nails Amanda Waller. But Amanda Waller that I am familiar with from the comics, from the animated series and the movies, yeah, the animated movies that nobody actually saw because it's people the thing is like people think that like, oh, cartoons, it's for kids, and I'm not gonna see that, like, fuck that. It's like, oh, come on, man. You're seriously missing out if you haven't. Okay, I know this will not probably happen, but seriously, if people would just like give the benefit of the doubt, like maybe there's something valuable, seeing cartoons, even though it's aimed for children. And then you know what? If you actually started to watch like the old Justice League, Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, like cartoons, right? You actually realize that there's actually a lot of adult themes that I'm pretty sure it got brushed over children's heads pretty easily because, especially Batman. Batman is a very very mature like character of this man who actually has like parental issues, and like issues with like not being able to kind of accept the fact, like move on from his parents, actually, if you think about it, because his sole purpose to fight crime is like, oh, I don't want any other kids to like be traumatized like me, even though I think there's a better way to do that instead of like you putting on the suit and just beat people up, but hey, that's how the character becomes popular, right? Because it's such a mystical concept that you wish it in a way it's believable, like it's convincing. It's not like realistic. No, it's just very very convincing the way they created this character from that was originally just a character to fight bad guys from robbing banks and stuff, right? Back in the 1930s with Bob Kane and Jack Kirby, I think. Yeah, and I think there's also another guy, but I forgot his name. So I'm sorry about that. Even though I'm a pretty big Batman fan myself. So, here's the thing, right? I like this movie in terms of like technicality, the sets, the visual effects, costumes, blah blah blah, music, soundtrack, everything's very 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 good. But I have an issue. With the way the story is structured. I'd say the writing is not really the problem. It's just the way it was formatted, if that makes sense. Because I kind of wish more, actually, to be honest with you, for like someone like James Gunn, who's like this really awesome director who breaks boundaries of conventional cinema in a way, like Guardians. Actually, Guardians of the Galaxy is such a really refreshing take on like the superhero thing, because it's not really a superhero show. It's more like if I'm be honest with you, it has more in common with Cowboy Bebop than yeah. It kind of is a live action Cowboy Bebop, but then it's a it happens to be a Marvel property, and it happens to be in the same world where Thor exists. You know, gods, monsters, and shit. You know, are like roaming around the universe and stuff. But I I'm actually kind of disappointed the way they like the way he structured. Okay, I hope it's just him, because if it's more than one person, if it's more than one person, I'm actually a bit like, oh man, they could have like communicated. I hope, but I saw, because in IMDb it only says his name, so I'm not sure who, if there's any uncredited writers. You know, I'm not sure. I'm really not. Usually, usually. Let me just see the cast again. Writer, all cast and crew. Okay. Yeah. He's he's the only writer. He is the screenwriter of this film. It's completely under his belt, and the movie is structured just like another Marvel movie or another DC movie that I've seen so many times. Okay, maybe because I've seen a lot already, so when I'm looking at this, it's like, this is not very impressive. You know, it's it's still good. You know, I won't lie. It's still a good film. You know, it's competently made. But in the way that I wouldn't want to like revisit, because I want to learn something new. I want to find something that I can admire further upon second viewing, because I don't think there is. It's a popcorn, it's a popcorn flick, really. At the end of the day, it's just a popcorn movie that's very enjoyable and very accessible for, you know, the majority of the audience that it's trying to aim for, like teenagers, young adults, people who just want to have a good time. You know, they don't really want to think too much about continuity errors or storytelling or whatever like that. No, no, no. So I think it's just my problem, honestly. But I actually really wish that he would like take a bit more time and come up with like a very, very crazy story that it just like, oh, okay, oh shit, you know, it just like keeps on like surprising you like again and again and again. You know, it just keeps on like subverting your expectations again and again, because that's basically what he did in Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think this movie it kind of is trying to be at the same time too. But obviously it's not, because it's not Guardians of the Galaxy. It's its own thing, yes, but I can kind of tell that they're like the I don't know. I don't know. I think if he I think this is the problem with like time for him. He just needs to sit down a little bit longer and think of a, how can I make this really, really like emotional and very, very um like, wow, that is really, really inspiring, and I want to see that movie again. You know, I don't think he probably thinks, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like he didn't really thought that much through like when like writing this. It feels more like a first draft or a second draft than like a final script that has been through many, many, many revisions. You know, but yeah, it's okay, I guess. You know, they deliver pretty well. In terms of the like the way with the story was told is done pretty well. It's just I don't know, honestly I kind of find it kind of boring. It's like, oh yeah, oh Ratcatcher backstory, okay, here we go. Oh, she has a father and she lost. Oh, it's very emotional. Okay, like, okay, huh, right. And okay, oh, Polka Dot Man. Oh, okay, I want to learn more about him. You know, he has a really weird power, like, you know, really weird ability here. Okay. He has mom issues. All right. I want to see where this goes. Oh, they didn't explore that much, huh? Hmm. It's the same thing with like even the main characters like Ratcatcher and the Bloodsport in this movie. Um, oh boy, for a main character, Bloodsport, you don't really have a lot of like character, uh, like there's no arc, right? Even though like it does looks like through the whole movie he's been through like all these crazy shit happening. At least something changes within him. You know, maybe he's a bit more like compassionate or something like that. But for some reason, like I don't know why the ending he's like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna fight this fucking giant starfish because I care about the people. Like what? That was never even established at all. Like what are you talking about? Like why do you suddenly give a shit about these people when Amanda Waller can literally fucking kill you if you divert from the mission, right? Yeah, I mean, okay, cool. The mission is complete, but then oh, there's a giant starfish that's attacking the like this small village. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, it's a small town, but still. Um, and then it's like, yeah, fuck you, Waller. I'm gonna, we're not gonna listen to you, piece of shit. Like, come on, man, no, no. It doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't fucking make sense. Why would you do that? It's such a fucking risky thing. We've seen, right, right. Here's the thing. Spoiler, right? In the beginning, we've seen like all these like Team B, right? Yeah, Team B, pretty much. They were all killed because they're basically they're just as pawns. They're there to distract the enemy from like the actual more superior team, quote unquote, the superior team. Okay, but again, I don't know why did Amanda Waller get like it puts Harley Quinn there and that. Okay, Bloodsport maybe a little bit, but still, it's like okay, he's pretty good at weapons. Wouldn't you want him to? You wouldn't. Oh wait, actually, wait, hang on. Let me think. Oh, sorry, not Bloodsport. Rick Flag. Okay, this guy who has been working for your ass for a long fucking time, even from the freaking first movie, right? Nope. I'm just gonna put him in this in this expendable team that he might probably actually die there. There's a big chance he would die, you know, without me pushing the button to well, he's not strapped to anything, but still, he could probably get shot pretty easily, right? Because they were surrounded every single corner with bullets flying in the air. Obviously, you will probably get shot at some point, right? Um, he's in the team with Harley Quinn, and they happen to survive. With plot armor, obviously. But someone like okay, so yeah, you have a guy who can throw like javelins. Okay, maybe that's a bit. It's kind of weird. It's a weird power. I mean, yeah, he died. Okay, it makes sense because you throw a fucking javelin against like men firing hundreds of bullets to your face. Then you also have like this other group of people who also uses like who's like I'm not sure about their actual power, but I'm assuming they're really really good with artillery, you know, like artillery ammunition. But they never show because they're meant to be killed. Okay, um, okay, fine. And then for some reason she fucking bring a weasel. Like what the fuck? Like, what are you thinking? Like what? This okay. Um, I get it that you're not supposed to take this seriously, but in the way that it has to still make sense within the story. Like why the fuck would you want to do this? Okay, okay. If you wanna do this right, it would be better if you have a bunch of um like inmates that are really really like basically they don't really have skills or like whatsoever. That yeah, they look cool and stuff, but they all suck, right? um so they go into this so they go into this battle and they obviously die just like they expected. Okay, so I mean, yeah, in some way, like like the like we thought who was the main character is Savant, and like a blackguard and like the other bunch of people that really remember that much. Oh yeah, Captain Boomerang actually. I think Captain Boomerang, from what I know, like at least the newer like interpretation. So when he throws the boomerang, he kind of like teleports with the boomerang, and then whenever and then he can just like stop in the in the middle of like the boomerang is like spinning. So actually that's a pretty cool like super power, to be honest with you. It's kind of like the Flash, but it's obviously a lot slower. Okay, but still you can probably use that one in some point. But no, he fucking get killed. He just like fucking crouch, like on his knees, and then he just gets like chopped off by this incoming flaming helicopter, crashing down to the ground. Like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my god, like. Okay, okay. To be honest with you, right? I in a way, I kind of wish it was like the original one where you have like the whole team like like who's they survive. I mean, most of them survive, right? The whole thing. But no, apparently they I mean half the star yeah, like the team that I expected to, like, at least, well, one dies, it's fine, but wow, everybody fucking dies. Okay, that's kind of a waste, to be honest with you, because I don't know. I don't know why I'm complaining about this for way too long, but I'm actually I'm actually a little bit. I won't lie. I'm a little pissed off about this. It's like, oh, that's kind of wasting my time actually. Okay, whatever. But it's fine. That's not the main characters, because the main characters are just as just as underdeveloped, if not, well, they have development a little bit, but not a lot, right? It's more like, oh, they just apparently they found family within the team that they're in, or something like that, or like that kind of bullshit. It's like, okay, whatever. I don't know. It just feels really stale. Like this kind of storytelling is really really stale. Cause Gunn did it better in Guardians of the Galaxy. So what's the fucking point of like making this again? But arguably slightly worse. You would expect like me to be cheering at the end where they're literally fighting a giant starfish, but no, no, no. Because Polka Dot Man died. Yeah, he died. And who else died? Fucking Rick Flag died, actually, in case you didn't know. Rick Flag died. Um, I kind of wanted to die, yeah, like to because he's kind of a boring character, like to be completely honest. But the ones that made out alive was like, oh, King Shark. Oh, this is like their baby Groot. Haha. Yeah, he's dumb. He only can say like a few words. Okay, cool. Shit. Seriously, I don't really have a lot of good things to say about this. Heck, even the fucking end reveal of like, oh, you know what? You know what, mate? You other team, yeah. They You're been tricked, yeah, by your supervisor, that you are told to catch to retrieve the heart, the sorry, what's the fucking mission again? You can't forget either. Yeah, okay, yeah. So basically, like what happens in the ending is like the thinker, tells like the team, is like, hey, you're all, whatever you're doing here, you don't think you're doing it for the greater good of mankind, yeah, or some bullshit or some bullshit like that. And then they said like, oh no, we legit think this is like for a good cause. Like, yes, jokes on you, mate. Jokes on you. Because yeah, Mando. So apparently the U.S. government is trying to hide their ass, of not, trying to cover up their ass of bringing in a fucking foreign object to Mother Earth, and now we have to fucking contain it. And so they have to hire my ass to get involved. And now I'm involved, and I have to like control the fucking starfish, so like it won't wreak havoc or like whatsoever like that. It's like, oh my god. It's like I've seen like this double agent shit. Like, oh, apparently like what they're doing is not really for the greater good of mankind. Like, I've seen this shit from fucking Winter Soldier. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Honestly, I think that could be executed much better if it's written a little bit better too. But man, it just comes off as really really lame, honestly. Because the thing is, like, they play the movie straight. That's the problem too. I don't really know why. They play the movie as straight as possible, even though the element that they set up is actually kind of self-referential. Like, they know this is stupid, but they just go along with it. Yeah, right? Something like Hot Fuzz, They play in the way they play strip, but they still keep up like this over energetic like tone throughout the whole film. So it gives you the impression that, oh yeah, these are characters that they kind of probably know that they're characters at this point, but they just roll with it, They just roll with the ridiculousness, and it just fits the whole movie, like Deadpool. Deadpool is a different beast, but still. Yeah, you get my point. It's like they play a little bit too straightforward, I'd say, because the material is really really stupid, to be honest with you. It's very fucking stupid. Actually, even I'd say this: Birds of Prey, right? At least Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Oh my god, that movie is so hard to say, but still, that movie doesn't take itself seriously, and it goes as over the top as much as it can. Guess what? It fucking works. It fucking actually works, and I actually really enjoy that. I actually do enjoy that, surprisingly. It's not a great film, no. I have problems with that too, and they're like completely different kind of problems, but at least that one, like, okay, Harley Quinn is acting like really, really, really super silly, over the top and stuff, and all the other characters are playing like kind of stereotypes. But the thing is, they play like really over the top, so it just makes them look even stupider, right? It's stupider. It just makes them look way way dumber than they actually are, based on the comics. So it works. It works. And guess what? It matches with the tone. Even the story itself is actually kind of stupid, but I think it was designed to be stupid because, as in I'm saying like it is as in like stupid as in the storytelling of like what's going on with the story with Birds of Prey, because it's basically about like they're trying to get this diamond out of this girl's like bowel like in the most painless way possible, and then they try to hide it and store it far away from Black Mask. It's a very very Silver Age comic book plot line, but the way they do it is super over the top that it just somehow fucking works with the film. And guess what? Actually, that one stick with me more compared to this, which is surprising. So yeah, I don't know much about the characters that were presented, but like maybe a little bit, but honestly, no, not a lot. The jokes, it's, oh my god, fuck me. I don't know what happened here. The jokes aren't even that funny. I barely laugh. Okay, here's the thing. Even if I'm watching by myself, I still laugh at like jokes that are actually hilarious too. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's really funny. I will laugh. Ha ha ha. Right. Well, this is not how I actually laugh, but you got. I mean, you get the point. I don't find it very humorous. That's the another thing that I noticed from this movie. It's not a very humorous movie. I didn't laugh as much. I did think most of the jokes are kind of flat, so they kind of like time it in a way that, oh, so haha, this is insert the joke. Okay, pause. One, two, three. Okay, reaction time from the character. Yeah, it's like whatever. It's such a Marvel thing that somehow just makes its way here. It just doesn't fucking work, honestly. Um, I don't know. Maybe it can in like okay, like Shazam. Let's say Shazam is kind of a Marvel film in a way, but hey, that movie they played straight, and it's very very wholesome, of like with its theme and the way they execute like the whole plot. It's like the whole plot itself. It's very, it's pretty mature, surprisingly speaking, and when you leave the theater, you left there like, oh wow, that's actually such a very inspiring movie that I might actually want to recommend to people. Even I might want to see that movie again with the people that I recommend with. Not with this though. At least not for me. I don't know. I It's such a weird thing, because I expect I would like this, but apparently it's like a complete opposite. Even though I would still give this movie like a 6 out of 10. It's still pretty good, but actually now I'm thinking about maybe it's closer to a 5 out of 10. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. I expect a little bit more from probably like my boy James Gunn. Maybe this movie is just like, I'm just gonna pay my bills. DC needs me, and like, oh, they need me now. Okay, but I don't really care about the project, so I guess I'm just gonna wing whatever I have in, huh? I don't know. It doesn't really come out as like very sincere compared to his past works, just way more genuine and sympathetic, and you actually do care about the characters that he built up from the start. So yeah, and you know what? Okay, let me check the time. How long have I been speaking? 37 minutes. Yeah, I haven't even fucking talked about this, like the original Suicide Squad, but I don't think I'm gonna talk about that today, because I'm pretty fucking tired now. My God. God damn it. I really, really, I really wish. I really wish there's some sort of improvement, but no. Somehow the movie, it's like the movie somehow gets like better and worse, better and worse, better and worse. Throughout. So there's like something that I like a lot, then there's like another thing. Like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, okay, it kind of sucks, to be honest. So whatever. Uh, I'm sorry, James Gunn, but honestly speaking, I think I think you can do a little bit better than this. I'm just saying, as in like the way you write the script. I think you probably need someone to help you with that. The directing part and all this stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, it's pretty good. Um, it's very good, to be honest. But man, if somebody just sit down with him and like, okay, let's fix on the script together, because I don't think it's just ready to be filmed yet. Um, I think it will help the movie a lot. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what DC has to offer. Believe it or not, even though I don't like this movie in particular, but I'm quite interested with the other installments in the future. So I'll keep a lookout on that. And I mean, I sound like a DC fanboy, but honestly, I kind of am, because I grew up with like the cartoons when I was a kid. compared to like the Marvel stuff. I mean, I still like the Marvel movies. Even I kind of actually want to see Shang-Chi at this point because I thought this was gonna suck, but apparently like, people have been praising the shit out of this like for a long time, and thinking that maybe I should give this movie a chance. Maybe I might actually like this one. So yeah, thank you very much for listening, and hopefully you have a great day ahead of you.